I've said in previous videos, I'm a second shift. This is when I usually get off work, or a time close to that. It's when I usually get off work. So if I go to sleep before that time,
This is Dr. Catherine Collins. I don't know if anyone will ever hear this. It's all over. I'm the only one left.
this game is free in the PlayStation Store. If you guys want to play it for yourselves and experience this. Mundane, or whatever the word is to describe boring and non-entertaining, then I'll fast forward or skip. But okay, that's in the game. But I'd really like you guys to be able to enjoy this start to finish with me. I can't remember where they go. They're going here.
0, 8, 0, 3. I'm going to continue to broadcast for as long as I am able. If I'm right, I'm going to continue to broadcast for as long as I am able. If I'm right, we should be able to pick up the signal right across the valley. The event has left markers. We don't understand it yet, but we're going to keep working to try and understand it. You can use them to find what you're looking for. The answers, they're all here. The answers are in the light. 4, 1, 5.
Okay.
1, 7, 2, 5.
One thing that I do remember about this game, I don't think there's a run mechanic.
4, 1, 5. 1, 7, 2, 5.
I remember playing this game. Whoa. As I said, guys, this game is really trippy. What the? Forcing himself to say it. And it doesn't mean the same thing. It's just words. You like the ghost hole, I don't think it's so much. Yeah. Do I have to follow you, Jeremy? Jeremy. Where'd you go? It's a bit fucking run. There is no run. Wait, what? We stop right here. So someone's here.
Don't be so hard on yourself. We've all had rejections.
You haven't.
Oh, come on. We'll look at the figures, tighten up the data, and resubmit. Your core idea is sound. You just got the number slightly wrong.
Don't patronize me.
I'm not patronizing you. I think you are a brilliant man, Dr. Appleton. Listen. I'm here, right? We're together, you and me. The alignment event tomorrow. It's yours, okay? You saw the opportunity, you ran the numbers. Even if they can't see it, I'm proud of you.
Is that supposed to make me feel better?
Steven. Look on the bright side. Around here, you're a hero. Prodigal son returns, right? I'm surprised they haven't erected a statue in your honor yet.
Oh, you can laugh all you want. But I'll bet the parish council have a subcommittee working on that right now.
They see me as an outsider here as well.
Is that supposed to make me feel any better?
I understand it's difficult, that's all I'm saying. Your lot up at Vallis have never mixed with the local community. People here, they don't really understand what you do up there.
Are you trying to get me to come to your church?
It's not just about faith, it's about the community. Be involved, be seen as part of it, one of them.
Good morning, Father. Lovely day. Oh, hello. Mrs. Appleton, isn't it?
It's Dr. Collins.
Lady scientist. Whatever next.
Good morning, Barbara.
Father Wheeler.
You really think that's a community that will ever see me as one of them? I can live with them staring at me, if they just stay out of my way.
Hello? No, that's not a good excuse, but
Hello?
please don't shoot me.
Hello? Oh, Amanda, I thought you'd left town.
No.
We tried. We did try. But they've closed all the roads and you can't get through. And then Georgie and Ben said they had headaches. And then they started bleeding. And it was horrible. They were so scared. So Neil turned the car around and we saw the house was open. And I know we shouldn't have, but we just came in to clean up the kids. And then Neil and I started bleeding as well. And it's all over my blouse. Everyone was so tired.
It's all right, Amanda. Everything will be all right. Just try and calm down and tell me where Neil and the children are.
They're upstairs. They were tired and Neil said they could take a nap in the bed. And we thought Barbara wouldn't mind as they're only children. And I was so tired, so Neil took them up. He took them upstairs to tuck them in.
And?
That was 6 hours ago. He never came back down. Just be too frightened to go look.
Why don't we go and look together? I can hold your hand if you like.
Yeah. I think I could manage that, yes. Please help me.
Of course I'll help you. Neil? Neil, are you there?
Remember why I don't play anymore of this game. It's beyond sad. It's beyond words how sad this game is. That freaking clock is loud. And oh my god. That brings back memories. We had a clock at my house that looked exactly like that thing. God, it was loud. It was ticking from like 2 rooms away. Do I want to open this door? Say this. I am intrigued. No display rags, no bodies, no clothes, no nothing. Powerless to do anything. You're just hearing stories.
What are you doing? I saw you doing that.
Stay away from me. Don't come near me.
This is people's property. You're scaring them.
It's all over the village. It's got into everything. It's so fast.
What are you talking about?
It's traveling down the wires.
Yeah, come on, you've lost your mind. Where is Kate? What have you done with her?
Don't you understand? It's breaching the quarantine and adapting.
Give me that bloody can. Hand it over, Appleton.
No, get off.
No, Sam, stop it.
You weedy little shit. Give
It's
me the
mine.
Can. Give me the
Stop
can.
it. I need it.
Grow up!
Fuck. Oh, God, no. It's starting to manifest itself everywhere.
Stephen, come back.
Oh, Christ.
A disease that travels. Through what? That is. That's what but it's starting to manifest itself. And the paint hit the ground. This happened. Hi. Flammable gas. Good. Can I just open up all the valves and throw a match on what comes down to? And some stuff that you do and some stuff that you see and
What about the station?
just don't know.
That's shut down too. So there's no way in or out of the valley. They're obviously serious about this flu thing.
Phil doesn't think it's flu at all. He said he's been practicing medicine for 30 years and he's seen plenty of flu, and he said this doesn't feel right at all.
Well, there's nothing of any use on the radio.
Sorry, I'm late, everyone. Have you started?
Yes, but to be honest, there's not really that much to discuss. This quarantine is in place, there's roadblocks and everything. No one really seems to know anything, but people are definitely missing. More of them too, not just a couple of old biddies. No one's seen the Sullivans since yesterday, and the house is just sitting there unlocked.
I just got back from the farm. All of Frank's cows died in the night. He's devastated.
Poor man, hasn't he had enough for 1 year? First Mary and now this.
Well, if no one's coming in to sort this mess out, we're just going to have to do it ourselves. Barbara, get Phil to do a stock take on medication. Jeremy, put the word out for people to congregate at the village hall. It's best we get everyone in one place for the time being.
Good.
I'll organise supplies. We'll have a lot of hungry mouths to feed. There's plenty at the depot, but well, let's start with what's here in the village. I'll draw up a rota. Charlie, you help me with that?
Anything for you, Meg?
I'll head out into the valley and scoop up the isolated families and check in with Lizzie Graves at the camp. Has anyone seen or heard anything from Stephen Appleton or his wife?
Oh my god, it's a Rubik's Cube. Hey, I spent a few minutes solving this. I'm such a nerd that, for me, a Rubik's Cube is actually a really fun thing. Because when you know how a Rubik's Cube actually works, you know, you can solve it with your eyes closed. As a kid, in my high school, we'd solve a Rubik's Cube blindfolded. And I know, because we blindfolded him, set the thing down, all jumped up, we did it. Okay, so this isn't the actual school. It's a town hall area.
It doesn't even reach the back fence, silly old bugger.
Well, loaves and fishes we can manage, but
Father
garden design
Jeremy,
is a little beyond...
might I have a word?
Mrs. Boyles, of course. Meg, will you excuse us, please?
See you back at Charlie's later. Cheerio, Wendy.
I was speaking to Barbara. She said there were some irregularities about Mary's morphine.
Good grief. Those are private medical records. Barbara should know better than to be discussing that sort of thing with you. If Dr. Wade finds out, he'll have no choice but to suspend her. Damn it, Wendy! Your brother is grieving. Mary was sick for a long time, and I'm glad it's over for her. Go and support Frank. He needs you now.
God knows what you did. He sees. I just break and overlook Mary's weakness, but you, a man of the cloth,
If you have an issue with-
bring shame on this parish.
If you have an issue with me, I suggest you write to the Bishop of the Diocese. I have parishioners to attend to. Excuse me.
Killed her.
If you could just have a word with them, perhaps. They listen to you.
Well, I really don't see what it has to do with me at all.
The village looks up to you. I just think with what's been happening with Mr. Coles and Mrs. Boughton and the others, that people need somewhere to talk, to feel safe.
Perhaps they don't think that your church is somewhere they feel particularly safe.
I don't need your forgiveness, Wendy. Or theirs. Whosoever thou art that judgest, for wherein thou judgest another, thou condemnest thyself. Romans chapter 2, verse 1.
Beware of practicing your righteousness before other people in order to be seen by them. Matthew chapter 6, verse 1. It's not my judgment you should be worried about, Father. But fine. I'll talk to Barbara. Ask her to put a note up in the surgery about an extra service. Will that do?
Catch you already? Here. Oh, give way. No through traffic. Okay, I'm good. What is this? What is the purpose? What is the point? Okay, here's something that can definitely get the job
Meg,
done.
come and have a look at this.
Oh, I don't believe it. Charlie?
Jeremy reckons someone had been raiding all the empty houses. He said a load of stuff had been taken.
What's that?
It looks like someone's been collecting their own supplies.
Bastard.
Well, we've got enough stock in the warehouse to keep the entire village going for months.
We should get a truck.
What, and go and get all of it now?
Yeah, why not?
It's Appleton. It's that bloody crackpot, Stephen Appleton. I'm gonna fucking do him.
Sam, it's... You come in. We'll swing by the camp and get Rachel on the way back.
I love how they assume it's someone. Like, they don't know for sure, but yet they assume that it's this guy because he's that much different from them. Okay? Assume makes an ass of me here. Okay? Whenever there's a book about it, okay, bloody. Junior.
Safe from the main road. Not many people are moving around now.
I was looking for Dr. Wade.
Listen, Frank. I don't know what's happened, but your Stephen seems to think he's responsible.
I reckon he is.
He said, Kate's still up at the observatory, but the gates are locked. Look, Frank, there's going to be a rescue soon, I'm sure of it. They'll send planes or something.
Well, they'll send planes, all right. This pattern of his, we're in the center of it. Which means if they intend to stop it, we're right in the firing line.
Obviously a doctor's
Dr.
office.
Wade, here you are. There's a queue of patients a mile long out there.
Just send them to the village hall with the others, please, Bob.
Doctor, people are scared. Mrs. Gables just called me and said her husband's vanished. She was very frightened. She said there was blood coming up from his ears and his
What
nose.
the hell do you want me to do? Until they lift the quarantine, we're not going anywhere. Just tell them to drink plenty of fluids, stay warm, and follow the instructions on the radio.
Dr. Phil, please, you have a duty to your patient. Your nose.
So the doctor got sick too. Sophia really grew up to this time by the gonads.
Visual and auditory distortions are becoming more frequent, along with mild convulsions to the left side, all of which support a preliminary diagnosis of intracranial hypertension, occurring as a result of a substantial and rapidly expanding tumor, originating, I believe, within the hypothalamus. Cognitive functions are currently unimpaired, aside from this crippling headache. Hemorrhaging is becoming more frequent, with darker clots passing through the nasal passages primarily. I believe I am dying. This is certainly not flu or anything else I have ever encountered. And certainly, a tumor cannot expand this rapidly. In the blood clots, I see tiny flecks of what looks almost like, if I had to try and find a description, liquid light. I cannot explain this phenomenon.
All the ringing phones were those. Hello. Hello. This is very unlikely, but I'm a survivor. Oh my god, they saw. There's so many things that the enemy is supposed to
Make decisions, especially now.
I do love him, Father. I love them both.
He's married. There are other people involved in this.
Oh, I hardly think that anyone's in the position to claim the moral high ground, do you?
Well, I take your point about Stephen and Robert, but I think Kate might see things differently.
Do you? I mean, she's not screwing anyone else, pardon my French, but she spends all day and night locked up in that observatory. Stephen says they barely see each other. That's hardly a marriage, is it?
The magnetic field is causing disruptions to phone signals and the rest of the electrics. There are voices on the line. It's 4 a.m. Maybe everyone is up looking at the light show.
This is such a romantic spot, and what the fuck? Oh my god. There's an actual gas bomb. Check down missile. Tech 1. Okay. Guys, I think that's what they call it, an air fuel bomb. Thing lands, sprays out fuel, and then lights itself.
Is everything all right?
Get out of my way.
Where's Kate?
Where do you think she is?
Stephen, what's going on?
Screw Kate. It's all her fault anyway.
What's that mark on your face? Stephen! Stephen!
I have a feeling that this guy's an asshole to his wife.
Are you there? Can you hear me? Are you out there, you bastard? You got them all. You got them all. Jesus Christ. Help me, oh Lord. Give me strength. Hello? Hello, is anyone there? Is anyone still there? Oh. You are still here then? I should have expected that. Come on then. Let's get this over and done with. I've got my parishioners to attend to.
Whoa, I'm able to move faster also. Okay, yes, I see you.
Their line has gone out through all the earth. And their words to the end of the world. In them hath he set a tabernacle for the sun. Our Father, who art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Oh God. Oh God.
gyroscopes in the controller can activate it. So that's what the controller signal was about when I couldn't do it in the house. It was because I was supposed to go downstairs and find the point where it activates light, whatever the hell this does. Story time. What you want. I have no shadow. Okay, if I am Kate, clearly I'm not alive.
That bloody dog kept me awake. And there was that thing in the sky. The radio says it was an electrical storm, but I don't know what it was. This morning, I found some dead birds in the garden.
I'm sorry to hear that. I wonder if it might have had something to do with the atmospheric conditions.
Why, Stephen will probably know. I'll give him a call in a bit.
Wendy, I've popped around because we've had some incidents with some of the more elderly residents. Mrs. Bout has, well, vanished, for want of a better word. Wandered off somewhere, no doubt. I thought I'd best check and see you're all right.
The council are talking about a flu epidemic.
Yes, well, I'm not sure it's flu as such. But no headaches, nosebleeds, no joint pains or digestive issues?
Dr. Wade, I'm as fit as a fiddle. Go and find some real sick people to look after. And if you see that son of mine, tell him that his mother's looking for him.
Big-ass place. Okay, knowing how big this is now. Guys, I'm gonna have to end this here, and then
Going away, Amanda? Oh, just for a few days, yeah. First thing in the morning. I don't want the kids to catch this flu if it's going round.
It's probably that father, Jeremy, spreading it around while he tries to bully everyone into donations for the summer fete.
It seems very quiet in the village, actually, Wendy. Not much bullying to be done.
Oh, Father, I didn't know you were here.
Clearly. Listen, I came up here to tell Amanda that we've had some vandalism in the village. Must be a teenage thing. Tagging, I think they call it. Someone's painting all over doors and things.
Little vandals. Well, I'll tell Neil to make sure we're properly locked up when we go.
A good man like my Eddie gone. And these thugs and yops running around defacing property. He gave everything to his country, and look what he got in return. Nothing but an early death.
He had a good life, Wendy.
He had a short life. I look to my birds, Father. Lives lived unencumbered, free and simple. That's as God meant things to be.
Okay, now I understand all the tourists here, because this is someone's house that used to have kids.
Every computer in the observatory has set itself to 6:07 a.m. June 6th, 1984. I don't understand what that means.
Clearly, and neither do I. We'll have to look at that number. 6. She said 0.36, 23, 1984. Would be something in the Bible? Could not. Maybe I'm looking too deep into like the religion con. But anyhow guys, this is where this video ends. Unless there's something crazy crap goes on in the next few seconds. This is where you guys will see the next video kick off for this. So yeah. Let me know what you guys think of this game. I think it's very strange. It's indeed very strange. You're in Tipworth Forest. Okay. So anyhow guys, yeah, this is where the video ends, and let me know what you think.